before you move forward, there's something that you're missing. There's some kind of piece of information that you need before you cleanse out the old that the past is meant to give you. This message is coming in really unexpectedly, and there's some details around it that I haven't quite pieced together that I feel I need to piece together with you guys here. So I'm excited about that, but I will say I feel like this is Medusa coming through, and I am going to be honest. I have worked with deities before, very briefly, but I've never worked with Medusa before. So for Medusa to come through this strongly, that's kind of how I know this is a huge message, because that somebody needs to hear, and maybe there's something in here that I need as well. But I feel like it feels very, very important. Like there's some kind of piece of the puzzle that you need before you take that next step forward into your new beginning. Okay. And I feel like this is also supposed to be some kind of confirmation. I just looked up at 111 on the timestamp, some kind of clarity for somebody here in terms of creating a new beginning. But I'm going to go ahead and give you the details. Yeah. 111 is a harbinger of beginnings and positive change. And then it also says, a person is going to see opportunity, meet with good fortune, achieve a goal they have been working on, or experience a new beginning. But it's like in order for that to fall into place and happen, there's something about your past. And I channeled this in the last reading I did too. There was that gray area, right? It's like we have to bring, and this could be separate or it can resonate all the same if you remember that message, or this just could be like same theme, different message, take it as it resonates. But there's something about merging your future with the shadow of your past to bring that gray energy or that gray area into balance, which is that Temperance card. All right, let me go ahead and tell you what's happening. So I sat down, I had just gotten out of the shower. I retinoled and everything, but this message came through and I said, girl, I'm going to need to put some foundation on these cheeks, honey, because they are red as shit, okay? It's okay. But I sat down. I was about to do, because I kind of bless and cleanse the space daily, but I do a deep cleanse of my space every week. And I'm very, very meticulous with that, especially doing readings. However, as I was about to do that, Spirit was like, stop. You need to do the reading the way that things are. Immediately I was like, okay, that's a message about something for somebody. And then I started channeling the song. Yes, I'm going to sing again. You guys really like it when I sing, and that makes me very happy. Thank you guys. That's very kind. And I just want to say there's been a lot of comments lately, and I very much appreciate that, and I acknowledge that, and I will definitely sing more. But the song, hold on, where'd it go? And that's what's really interesting too about this song. And I didn't even put that together until now. The producer's name is fucking Medusa. Okay. So this is what is coming through. These lyrics. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm drowning? Like I'm running out of air. Why do I feel like I'm falling when I'm nowhere near the edge? Just let me know. Can you be the one to hold and not let me go? I need to know. Could you be the one to call when I lose control? And then, oh my God, this is, okay. This is Medusa. Oh my God. I'm not going to lie, this message is kind of creeping me out. Not like in a bad way, but like, I don't know. Have you ever worked with a deity? They're pretty, I say deity, more like, Medusa's more of a goddess, but it's that same energy. There's like an intimidation. I was going to say a density, but it's not really dense. It's more of just like an intimidation that comes along with it. This is the other part of the lyrics. Okay? My nose is itching. I know I can be destructive and I can change the atmosphere. Ah, all I ask from you is patience. My right ear is ringing. Some patience. Some patience. Just let me know. Can you be the one to hold and not let me go? Okay. I need to know. Could you be the one to call when I lose control? Okay. I feel like that's Medusa coming in. Hold on one second. They want me to play a Medusa frequency. I'm not even kidding. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on. This is going to come together in a second. This is just I've never channeled anything like this before. All I ask from you is patience. Oh. Oh, I didn't want to chant. I didn't want to chant. I just wanted a frequency. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, they're really having me sit with this here. Hold on, you guys.
If you have been seeing signs of snakes, numbers, or
Okay, the last reading that I did, I'm kind of freaked out right now. I'm not even gonna lie. This is kind of freaky. The last reading that I did, that they wanted me to play that for a reason. I don't know if you just heard that on the frequency. She said if you've been seeing signs of snakes, numbers. The last reading that I did, we talked about the Dracana spirit, which is in that chapter of the Hecate book that I have. Medusa was in that, and it was talking about how the Dracana is the serpent spirit, and it was all about the Ouroboros coming full circle. What I'm getting now with this message, it took me a second to put it into words, but it was almost like there was just this force having me like pause and stop and be still in the presence of Medusa, right? Ooh, that's kind of cool. But I also feel like what this is saying, it's saying, I know I can be destructive and I can change the atmosphere. All I ask from you is patience, some patience, some patience. I feel like that was Medusa coming through. I know this is probably going to sound like super weird to some people. I can see the comment section now, like, girl, get a therapist. Baby, I have one. She knows. She knows what I do. Okay, it's fine. My mom's a therapist. She knows what I do. Okay. Anyways, so I feel like what this is saying is there's something that needs to happen, or there's something that needs to occur in terms of being faced with the dirtiness of your past or of yourself or of difficult, heavy emotions or experiences, because there's something within that holds a key to helping you navigate the new beginning. And what's also really interesting, I didn't even think about this. I usually do a prayer before every reading, and I call in the archangels. So I start with Archangel Michael, then I go to Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel. But when I was doing that prayer, I accidentally forgot to call in Archangel Gabriel, and I feel like that was again another one of those clues of like we're forgetting something before we move forward. There's something in the shadows, and this has kind of been the energy that's been coming through the past couple readings, and I feel like this is just bringing in that clarity. It's like kind of layer by layer, right? My eye. And it's like Medusa is saying, I know that I can be destructive, right? I know that it can feel a little bit destructive, and the atmosphere can be a little bit scary and destructive when this dark energy comes up, when the fears come up, right? But all I ask from you is patience. Because it's like when you lose control, or it feels, maybe when you're in this new beginning, these habits are in the shadows, and so they come back up and it feels like you're going to lose control. And you're not seeing that right now. Or maybe you've been working on this and you're not really sure how to... I'm not quite sure. Spirit, what are you trying to say with this message? What's going on here? Don't be so quick to rid of old past baggage. It's alerting you to a key. Yeah, and the last reading that I did, I talked about how it was like you were trying to avoid, or somebody was trying to avoid moving, or just like entering into that shedding process where you're faced with your fears. But I feel like, again, we're talking about those fears alerting you to a key. 11:22 on the timestamp I just looked up. It's like it's alerting you to some kind of key that helps you move forward. Hold on. This is weird. Deep intuition guiding decisions, embracing change, and exploring new possibilities. Okay. All right, Spirit, what are you trying to say with this? The blessing. One more, please. The wish crossed. The blessing and the wish crossed. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, you guys. I have to find the... Where did it go? I think it's chapter 4. Hold on, y'all. As you explore the serpent, Medusa may find her way to you. In her myth, she was punished for being the victim of SA. Her penalties were her serpentine hair and the uncontrollable power to turn others to stone. In this tale, we see how society vilifies the victim, something that continues to this day. Even when all the evidence demonstrates the guilt of their attackers, women may end up being the ones on trial. In a sense, we have snakes in our hair. Indeed, those of us who suffer from conditions brought about by trauma are often ostracized, as if our wounds were venomous and destructive. When we heal from these wounds, we put Medusa's head back on as well as our own. The wisdom gained from this restoration tilts the energy of the world towards justice. Serpent healing may come to us in dreams. We wake up looking for the bite marks, drenched in sweat. That is how the serpent goddess's strong venom often works. She rattles us until we pay attention to what our souls are trying to tell us. Okay, somebody's being... Oh my God, my phone. Somebody's being quote unquote rattled here. I feel like it's, and that's what this dirty, like the dirty energy is that I was feeling, where they were like, hold on before you clean. You need to do a message in this energy. That's like Medusa's way of saying, right? So the blessing, and what I keep seeing here is the sword, right? Even though the sword can represent truth, swiftness, epiphanies, things like that, I'm also seeing it in this context where it's almost like maybe that sword has come in and struck something within you. And I feel like you're kind of seeing this as, oh my God, I've got to clear this. I've got to get rid of this. I've got to heal this. I've got to do something to avoid this. I can't let this ruin my manifestation. I can't let this ruin my wish. But the wish is coming out crossed. And so it's almost as if Spirit's saying, wait, no, like that is being put on hold for you. It's not that it's being denied. It's just being put on hold for you right now, because Medusa is calling, and Medusa is asking you to look at whatever is happening right now from a more clear, detached perspective. And that can also be what Swords energy is. I think that the Ace of Swords in Tarot is a really great example of this. It does represent clarity. It does represent epiphanies. I love the Ace of Swords, but it can also be kind of a denser energy, because the suit of swords is about going through, like it's about learning how to heal and detach from traumatic events, and how to move forward after difficult, painful endings, and having to go through difficulty along the way. And so there's something about this epiphany coming to you, but it's coming to you in the form of some really ungrounded, chaotic energy happening in your mind. And there's something about untangling that instead of avoiding that, that breaks open this epiphany point for you, and that helps you ground down this wish here. And look, I'm almost seeing it too, where it's like, okay, this is going to seem really weird, but it's like this sword comes to you here, and it's a blessing in disguise, but you, even though it's coming to you in the form of some kind of like fear or anxiety, or just like old destructive thoughts or behaviors that you think you have to kind of remove, it's actually asking you here to turn it into something usable. And it's almost as if you take this tangled up, mangled energy in your mind that you think you need to avoid, you end up taking it and transmuting it, and it turns into like this unicorn sword, metaphorically speaking. I know this is like super weird. Stay with me here. It's like you turn it into this like unicorn sword thing, and it helps you to not just protect yourself as you move forward into this new beginning, but it also helps you direct your wish and ground it into the 3D. What is happening? Oh my God. Okay. All right, Spirit. Anything else? Medusa, do you want to say anything else with this? I don't know. Let me just ground. Okay. I don't know what these cards mean. Moonstone, yeah. Okay. And then... no fucking way, dude. Medusa Phoenix Rising. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. So I feel like... hold on. I want to get some context, and then we'll look at these. I feel like these will come together here soon. I feel like with Moonstone and with Valor, it's also a need to recognize that, like, the serpents of Medusa, right? Even though as scary as they can be, changing the atmosphere, they're also powerful protectors, and you can use them as a dragon spirit almost. And I know that again, this is a very, like, very not down to earth reading. That's okay though. We're just going to continue with it. But it's like you use those serpents, as scary as they can be, as like your friend instead of foe. And they really help guide you. And it's like through your own inner work and transmutation, it's like you also turn those snakes and those serpents into a dragon that can kind of help you fly your life forward. Because I feel like the way those serpents are coming through right now is they're fearful. Yeah, and those serpents are representing, it's like they look like giant scary monsters to you, but really they're wanting to become your friend. They're wanting to work with you. And it's going to require you seeing them in a whole new light. And taming them. Yeah. But it's like when you can tame them with Moonstone, they become a very powerful guide to not just assist you with your intuition, knowing what your intuition is telling you so that you can move forward properly, but to also help kind of get you there and remove blocks in your way. And that's how you become this Phoenix rising here. Okay, so can you give me some context in terms of like what is currently going on, or just anything else with this? And then we'll look at how they can do this work. Confidence and commitments here. Somebody else, or not somebody else, somebody, and it could be multiple people, but just take this as it resonates. If it's not you, that's okay. I feel like you've made some kind of commitment. I'm also seeing the signing of like a contract, but now it's like that you did that. You were very confident in this decision, but now it's like these old feelings and these old patterns are kind of coming back up for you. And so you're a little bit just like, did I make the right choice? Did I do the right thing? And I feel like you kind of want to back out right now. Yeah, the Devil, the Four of Cups. But I think that with the Devil in this position, just in this deck, it's upright. So that means it's about breaking free from those devil energies that kind of keep us stuck and keep us in temptation, and realizing that you have the power to kind of fill up your own cup here in terms of what it is that you need to continue moving forward. And I feel like Spirit's also confirming that yes, you did make the right decision, so don't doubt that. But the only reason all of these fears are coming up right now is because you have to tame them. You have to transmute and transform them. You cannot run from them. Okay. Anything else? And I feel like the way forward is standing strong in your own intuitive knowing. I was talking about this yesterday in one of the extended readings. I feel like I want to bring it through again. So I received a download a couple months ago when I was kind of struggling in my own life with making a choice. And I was really confused, and I just needed some guidance in terms of if I had made the right choice. And I wasn't really getting it, so I kind of surrendered it. I let it go. I took my dog outside. This was at night. Pretty sure the moon was in its like waning phase or something like that. But I looked up after I had let it go, and I noticed the moon. And as soon as I noticed the moon, my guides reminded me about the ever-changing cycles of the moon and how that represents the ever-changing cycles of life and how our emotions can wax and wane. And as a Cancer moon, I totally get that. But as I was thinking about that, then in the corner of my eye, I saw the tree branch moving and immediately got this intuition that, like, you know, when you see a tree swaying in the wind, it is not being swayed by the wind. It is only swaying with it, but it's still being rooted and grounded into the ground. And Spirit brought that forward as this like guided message of saying that, like, whatever it is that we choose, right? When those emotions come in and when the changing of the tides comes in, it isn't up to us to use that swaying and to use that emotional, like, up and down roller coaster, whatever you want to call it, as, oh, I should change my decision. I made the wrong choice. Let me resort back to safety. No, we have to stay rooted and grounded just like the tree and the earth. And if we are swayed a little bit, it is not because the wind is trying to sway us and make us say no or give up our dreams or give up our commitments, but it's instead asking us to go with the flow a little bit. And for you in this context, going with the flow isn't necessarily giving up on what you've chosen for yourself and this wish or these desires that you have in your heart. It's instead allowing yourself to see it from a higher perspective and say, what is this trying to teach me? And what knowledge or key does this situation have for me? And when you can stand strong and independent in your inner knowing, even if making that choice means, right, with the Two of Swords here, that you don't really, it's like you're having to make this choice from a place of blind faith. I feel like Spirit's kind of saying, don't let the lack of, no, hold on. There's that sword. And she's blindfolded with the moon behind her. And look, there's water in the background too. It's like going with the emotional currents. But not seeing those emotional currents as something trying to knock you out of your rooted place. The choice that you've already made, that you know is for your... I just realized too, the Hanged Man... The High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, hold on. Spirit, I need you to help me with this, because now I'm, Well, when those fears come up, they come up to be released, right? And when it happens, it can be really easy to see that as everything going haywire and things becoming really chaotic. And therefore we're threatened, we're not protected. And sometimes it means that we crawl back into our safe zone and choose not to move forward with the plans that we had because we're not safe in some way, because all of these heavy emotions and triggers are coming up to the surface. But when this happens, yeah, the sword in the ground. And you see how she's about to put the sword in the ground here? And the sword's here in the ground. It's like when this happens, hold on. It's asking us to find stillness within and to root ourselves back into our choice and to remember that we can have what we're asking for. But these fears, these emotions, these limits, the past trauma, these experiences that we're wanting to clean out of our space, they're actually offering us a very, very powerful epiphany to help us move forward on our journey. And instead of getting up in the air and thinking that we have to do something to protect ourselves and remove ourselves from that and hide ourselves from this like catastrophic fear what if scenario, we're being asked instead to kind of hang around a little bit with the Hanged Man, find stillness, pause, and change our perspective about it. Because with the High Priestess, in the shadows, when we go into the shadows, right, we're going to find that key. Oh my God, yeah, look, the door. The door is open on this Ten of Cups card, or not cups, Ten of Pentacles card. The key to open the door to our wish fulfillment. Yeah, the Empress. But we can only do that through blind faith and not letting these fears sway our decision. Yeah, that's what it is. You made the right choice. Or you're about to make the right choice. Or this wish that you have in your heart is the right choice. But these fears that are coming in are really just trying to... It's like you can see them as something that is against you, or you can tame them. You can tame the dragon. Oh my God. Yeah. That's what they want you to do here. They don't want you to see this sharpness, this destructive energy, as something that can rock you. If you let it, it will, but you don't have to let it. And there's a powerful allyship here energetically with whatever this rocky energy is, with whatever this serpent energy is. And if you choose to pause right now and see it for what it is, something trying to help you grow and step into your power, you're going to tame the dragon, so to speak. Remember, that's a metaphor. And you'll be able to step back into your power and use that as a way to move your life forward. Does that make sense? I know I can be destructive. I can change the atmosphere. All I ask from you is patience. Yeah, some patience. Just let me know. Will you be the one to hold and not let me go? I need to know. Could you be the one to call when I lose control? Yeah, it's like, I know I can be destructive, I can change the atmosphere, but if you give me some time and patience and sit with this energy and actually see me for what I am, you can be the one to hold me and ground me, the serpent energy, and tame me so that I don't lose control in this new beginning. Do you get what I'm putting down? I don't know. This is such a strange message. Okay. I'm kind of freaking out because I've had this deck for maybe like a month, and I've used it maybe 3 times, and I didn't even know the Medusa card was in that, and so that's crazy. Okay. I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay. So I feel like we need to get practical advice. Awaken your magic. Well, that's definitely some practical advice. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to get one final card. What's super interesting is I actually recorded a reading this morning that was supposed to be for my email list, but I ended up not putting it out. And I feel for some reason that needs to be the extended. Because that reading was pertaining to also making choices. And so I feel like that is going to have some kind of answer for somebody. So I just looked up at 33:44 on the timestamp. What the hell? Okay. This is so crazy. All right. Hold on. Let me look at what that means. I take it all as a message here. Okay. Yeah. Encourages focusing on your growth, setting healthy boundaries, and aligning with your higher purpose. Interesting. True fulfillment ultimately depends on achieving wholeness within yourself. Yeah. And so that's kind of what this is talking about, is that, and sometimes achieving wholeness within ourselves requires facing the dark, ugly truths in the depth, right? Okay. I'm going to get some final messages because I want to get some guidance for you on how you can navigate this energy. And then if you feel guided to go to the collective, or not the collective, the extended reading, that's going to be that 22-minute reading that I filmed this morning. And I channeled a crazy message about making choices. And there was just a lot of guidance in there that I feel if somebody's here and they could benefit from that, I'll put it below for you. That's going to be $8.99. You'll get that extended for life. But if you would like more of a budget, I also have a Patreon where I post all of the extended readings that I do for $15 a month, and you'll get access to that extended reading plus past, present, future for $15 a month. I think it's kind of a deal. I don't know. But there's like a whole library too of just like timeless readings with the extended readings. So, I mean, you know, do with that what you will. But I also have personal readings available. So I've got $97 readings, and I'm opening spots now for September for the $200 reading, Reiki, and ritual sessions, which is where you get a 30-minute distant Reiki session with a candle working. I use candle workings in all of my distant Reiki sessions. Yes, I am Reiki 1 and 2 certified. And then you'll also get a 60-minute reading, just basically detailing exactly what it is that you need. All of that information is below. But let's pull out from the bag. I've got all of my decks written down on a piece of paper I'm putting here. So let's see. All right, Spirit, what do you want to end this reading off with? Can we get some advice and guidance on how this beautiful collective can move forward? Light Seers Tarot. I don't want a tarot deck though. I don't know. Maybe there's imagery. Hold on, I don't like that. I'm just pulling to pull now. Give me like a sharp deck, Spirit. I want like a sharp deck to go with this sharp message. The Star Temple Oracle again. Okay. Fine. We'll go with it. I'm such an Aries. I need to be in control at all times or else. Okay. Yes. I'm also seeing Black Moon Lilith on my Black Moon astrology card deck over there. And I feel guided to say maybe some of you could look at what your Black Moon Lilith is in and also look at the house that it's in, because that could really be helpful for you right now. Okay. How can they do this work or follow this guidance in a practical, easy to understand way? Focus and then act. Look at the sword. And time to reflect. This is a very specific message, but it's coming through. Whoever you are no longer connecting with, you're no longer vibing with some kind of connection, relationship, friendship, you're not speaking your truth, and I feel like you're trying really, really hard to ignore that truth or to kind of like dance around that truth in some way. Spirit wants you to realize that this change is needed for you and this person. And even if this like hurts and causes like a temporary transition period for you, but like maybe brings some heartbreak and pain to this other person, I feel like you need to remember that this is actually something that could really help them and benefit them in the long run. And you're holding yourself back from a really powerful new beginning because you are way too afraid of setting this boundary with somebody because of how they'll react. But here's the thing, right? I say this as somebody that has been on both sides of the spectrum. I have had to set boundaries like this before, and I've also had people set really crazy, horrible, difficult boundaries with me in the past before too, where I've been iced out. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me, being iced out. And it hurt in the moment, but I look back now and I'm so grateful for the actions that those people took. Because without it, I would not have followed a path that is authentic to me. And I feel like there's somebody here that is not following a path that is authentic to them. And with this, you're kind of like, it's like somebody's kind of following you thinking that this is their path, but really it's not. And so by breaking this off and making this change, you're actually helping the both of you. That's for somebody. I'm hearing guided. Okay. So just trust that. But I think that right now, the best course of action is to take a step back and before making movement forward, okay, look at these fears. Set a boundary with them by reminding yourself that these fears cannot control you. You control them. And there's really no point in running from them because they're trying to bring you a messenger. I'm seeing a pen to paper, so maybe journaling about these fears and really asking them, what are you trying to teach me? And leave it open. Automatically write about them if you need to. And when you ask that question, sit and pause and be patient and let the answer come up. Even if it seems random, start writing and just keep writing. You'll be very, very surprised at what comes through. Start there for somebody, okay? Yeah, have courage. Okay, cool. Wow. Let's get a final message. We'll read it from the book. Andy style. Okay. 13 Moon Tarot style. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So. Okay, what do you want to say with light seers? Why? What and why? Where is my light seers deck? It's up here. I don't know why, but I feel like we're going to read from the book for this. What do you want to say from the Light Seers deck? Justice. I'm not going to take the Knight of Wands. That was too much. Okay. This could be totally random, but I'm just going to trust and follow. All right. Natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effect, integrity, objectivity, perspective, and accountability. Yes. Justice asks you to learn from your past I can't. Justice asks you to learn from your past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly. Take it all and grow from it. This energy is not about perfection, but about fairness and honesty. It highlights clarity of motivation and intention, and it asks you to be realistic about the cause and effect of your thoughts and actions. Seek to balance your growth with both positivity and shadow, and learn from the many different parts of you. In your current situation, be impartial as you reframe your reality and work to remove any negative emotional charge from the equation. If fear is causing you to act in a way that you aren't proud of, seek a variety of perspectives before judging another person's actions to be good or bad. The only true path ahead of you is not one that is necessarily black or white, but it is always one of love. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. I mean, god damn it. You can't make it up. All right, you guys. That's what I've got. I love you. There's that temperance energy. Remember, we're tempering the gray. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I'll just go down rabbit holes, y'all. All right. Wow, I hope this helped. I don't know. This was really kind of cool. Let me know how it resonated for you below if you want to. You don't have to. I will say thank you in advance because comments and likes definitely help me grow my channel and get my content out to other people that need to hear them. But know that you don't really have to if you don't want to. You are more than welcome to keep that to yourself, and I hope that this at least helped you in some way if you're still here. If you would like more content from me, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below because I just might post a reading or healing video that is exactly what you need in the perfect time. And make sure you check out all of my offers in the description box as well as the extended if you want to meet me there. But if not, no worries, and thanks for being here. I also want to say there's been a lot of comments on my last couple videos. I have been reading them and liking them when I can, but if I'm not responding, I promise you I still read them and it still warms my heart, and I send you a lot of love when I do. It's just there's a lot of comments right now and it's a little overwhelming in the best freaking way, okay? But I just want to extend this like hug to you and let you know if I haven't responded or interacted with your comment, I love you and I appreciate you, and you mean so much to me, but also to yourself and the world, and I want you to keep going, and I love you. Okay. All right, bye.